You know what time it is? It's time for our 6 things you should know. And number one on our list is extremely creepy and alarming. Parents are warning one another about the latest trend on social media that could direct your child to harm themselves or even take their own lives.
Yeah, Kevin Metcalf is a deputy prosecuting attorney in Arkansas and the founder of the National Child Protection Task Force. Lance Lloyd sits down with him to show us why these dangerous messages are showing up on videos for kids.
Kids watch videos constantly.
Many parents may turn a blind eye to their kids' behavior online.
The generation now is growing up with a smartphone or a device in their hands that provides them a window to the world, to everything.
But that's a window that could cause harm after many parents now talking on Facebook saying their kids are finding messages and YouTube videos that are geared towards kids. The latest videos show this creepy figure named Momo that will cut into cartoons and tell children to drink bleach, take pills, or even kill themselves.
This Momo video would instruct kids to do things. You should know the apps that your kids are most likely to use.
Kevin Metcalf is the founder of the National Child Protection Task Force. He says monitoring your kids' behavior is necessary, but it takes more than just looking over their shoulder to keep them safe.
Trust goes up as the parents develop that trust and the education and the rapport with that child, where that child can come to them and say, hey, I saw this weird thing online. I don't know what's going on. Take a look at this with me.
Metcalf says while knowing what your child is viewing is important, building an understanding of what to do when they see these types of images is just as crucial.
That is better protection than that parent trying to monitor everything that kid's doing, especially when you get into the teen years, because it's not going to happen.
But most importantly, Metcalf urges any parent to report suspicious videos or content that their child may run into while online.
If we can identify them, yes, we will definitely take legal action if it's within our jurisdiction and control.
And number two on our Thursday list, a new feature may be coming to the latest version of the Apple Watch. Bloomberg reports it may be able to track your sleep as soon as 2020.
Yeah, so the Apple Watch, for all that it can do, has been lagging the competition when it comes to that ability. Right now, the watch uses apps to monitor your sleep.
Do you have an Apple Watch?
I do not. Do
Mine's
you?
been dead for like 3 months.
I've tried the sleep app on my phone. It worked for a few days, and then...
You forgot about it?
Yeah, just got too lazy to set it.
I might try it out. And number three today is a phrase you hear a lot these days, cutting the cord. But with so many options for streaming services out there, making the right choice can be overwhelming.
Yeah, Julia Borstein takes a look at how to create your own bundle and whether you'd actually save money.
Welcome to The Bundle. Consumers are increasingly creating their own streaming bundles from 3 major types of services. First, there are the sports apps, such as ESPN Plus, boxing app DAZN, and WWE Network. Second, there are ad-free premium content apps, such as HBO and Showtime, along with Netflix. And third, skinny live TV bundles from Hulu, YouTube, DirecTV, and Sling.
There's both a plus side for the consumer in terms of the increased choice, but there's the other side of that coin, which is that choice creates dilemma. It creates difficulties. You have to make decisions.
Digital bundles can end up costing more, depending on the discounts you get on your cable bundle and how many streaming apps you choose. But for people who don't want to pay, there are a range of companies betting on the ad-supported market, which generated $28 billion in revenue last year, according to eMarketer.
There are an enormous number of advertisers that really want to be able to get exposure and make connections with consumers who are using those services.
NBC Universal is creating an ad-supported streaming service for pay TV subscribers. Facebook is licensing more professional content for its Watch Video Hub, and Viacom bought ad-supported Pluto TV. These are among a range of ad-supported services, and we'll see how Disney and Apple's upcoming subscription options change the landscape. With all of these choices available, whether it's worth it really depends on what you want. Julia Borstein, CNBC Business News, Los Angeles.
And number 4 today is my favorite story. A baby giraffe who was unable to stand at birth stepped out with the rest of his herd for the first time on Monday at the Prague Zoo. Giraffe babies should be able to walk 30 minutes after their birth, but Prague Zoo's hooved animal curator said the newborn male was having trouble with his back legs.
Look at him go. After intensive veterinary care, the baby giraffe, who is yet to be named, was able to join the rest of his herd. He is the second giraffe born in Prague Zoo this year, following the delivery of his half-sister on January 25th. He needs a name. Fernando, what do we name him?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. So many options. What do you think?
I have no idea. Let's name him Fernando. You love giraffes.
Fernando, though?
Fernando,
is that a girl
maybe?
or a boy? Fernando.
It's a boy.
I'll call the Prague Zoo today.
Fernando, it is.
Number 5, chili is short for chili con carne, which simply means chili with meat in Spanish. And it's actually the official dish of Texas, and it's been that way since 1977.
The most common ingredients in chili are tomatoes, chili peppers, meat, garlic, onions, and cumin. Beans versus no beans is where the great debate starts.
And why are we telling you this? Because it's National Chili Day.
Gotta have beans.
It's a perfect day for chili. It's cold, it's a little rainy.
Chili, gumbo, you name it.
Yes, and 6 on our list, it's the last day of Black History Month, and our nation's first African-American Surgeon General was among the speakers at Texarkana College for yesterday's Black History Month event.
Yeah, students of all ages shared African-American history through song, dance, and spoken word. Organizers say everyone's story matters regardless of race. Dr. Jocelyn Elders urged people to take action and be involved.
We can blame our politicians, we can blame everybody else, but it's us. And we've each got to do our best to make sure that everybody has an opportunity for equality, justice, and liberty and freedom.
Organizers say education is key and that it's important the past is not forgotten. Stay with us. After the break, we're talking Mardi Gras Parade. You're going to want to hear all about it.